In this video, you're going to see how I replace the motor in this table saw. And there's a switch and a breaker that I need to replace, so that's what I'm taking off first. There's 3 screws in the front to remove this protective cover to expose the switch and the circuit breaker. And I'm replacing them with new ones because the switch is broken. This is the old switch. It's busted. That's why I purchased a new one. Got it from the same company I got the motor from. And there are just 2 tabs to push in to install the switch. Now the 3 bolts to remove, you'll see as I begin to remove them. Here's one of them that I'm removing. These are secured fairly tightly. I think they're torqued down pretty good. Just removing them, and when you get to the last one, that's going to be the tough one because the weight of the motor will pull on that bolt. Now once I get the bolts off, the motor comes off pretty easily. Now the motor that was shipped was missing a connector, so I'm going to cut the connector off of the old motor, and I'll just use a wire nut and connect that splice of wire to the neutral of the motor. That way I don't have to worry about crimping a new connector on. So after I attach the wire nut, I use electrical tape. Secure that really good so we don't have to worry about it coming loose or getting any sawdust in it. Now there's 3 bolts that came with the new motor. They're the bolts that are going to get installed into these 3 places here. And now we're just going to position the motor. So I'll put a bolt through one of the holes, and I'll use that as a starting point to get the motor mounted to the plate. And then we'll just follow through with the other 3 bolts. It's a simple process, but it's somewhat difficult laying on your side. Okay, attaching the final bolts and torquing them down. Just make sure you torque them down so you feel that they're tight enough. You definitely don't want to over tighten them because you can end up stripping it out, or worse, breaking the bolt inside of it. And after that is done, I have to hook up the switches. So I'm routing the electrical wiring through the hole so I can easily wire it to the new switch. You can see there. And I'll also wire up the circuit breaker. And then I'll mount the switch by pushing the switch through the hole and pushing it far enough in that the 2 snaps snap it into place. And then I'll secure the breaker with a couple screws and put the cover on. And then we're done, and we get to test out the saw. Alright, this has been John Would You Do It. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos where I use this table saw since it's been fixed. I appreciate you staying here and watching this. If you could, like this video. Thanks.